Just about set for football here at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions.
One pride, it's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Mike Tirico, Greg Oates are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Flacco. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. He is going to have a Browns first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Looking deep here for Tillman. And that is incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
On play action, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Goff to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And pickup of 9.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go play action with Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
13 more yards.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Detroit Lions first down.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Gibbs with a 1st down and more. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Two minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football. Wow, Greg, never a good time to turn the ball over, but in the final minute of the first half, to give up a defensive touchdown, big mistake for the offense there.
Yeah, and we see so often teams love to go try to steal points before the half. They have this aggressive mindset. They think it gives them a little bit of a momentum gain going into the halftime break. In this case, the aggressiveness backfires. Not only are they unable to score, but they cough it up and the defender takes it all the way back to 6.
Makes the score Lions 7, Browns nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. DeAndre Carter on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Browns offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
caught. It's Jerome Ford. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing, Flacco. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Lions offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Lions call their first timeout, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from just under 50 yards. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Now, faking the give. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And he will go all the way. Amon-Ra, safe round. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Carter on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
The 24-yard line.
Flacco to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's good.
Goff to St. Brown for a big one. And even 30 yards.
The 11-yard line.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead.
Browns, nothing.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Carter on the return. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
It is 3rd and long. Here's Flacco to throw. That is hot. And he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the Hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On 1st down, it's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Can't we score? Twins, double.
Like 20.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one
Delay
off
of game.
on top.
Offense.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On fourth down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now Flacco. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. He's got it! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
56 yards.
First and 10.
First down, Browns.
Here's Flacco. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. DJ Reader. He gets him to drop it. It's a loss of 8. Flacco. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. They'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
Third and long.
To throw is Flacco. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that,
The kick is good.
leads to 6.
Makes the score Lions 26, Browns 13.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11.
180.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.